Okay guys, welcome back to Fallout 4 modded. Obviously, as you probably know, we've had some issues with crashing and things, but everything seems to be okay now. We've changed the bitrate on the stream as well, so it should look a bit better. And we need to head to Sanctuary to build the stabilizer platform to get into the Institute, because we are doing Institutionalized. And we're going to meet Father, or should I say, John.
Okay.
So let's see.
So the Minutemen are out doing in the Commonwealth. What kind of things, you ask? Well, I will tell you. I have heard that they have taken over the castle, which I guess was there some time ago, but it's been a while. Is that full of fish? Or monsters? Or monster fish? Maybe? I don't know. Not relevant. The Minutemen are there now. That's good. For them. And I guess for everyone else too. So, yeah. How about some music?
Oh,
Adam Bomb Baby is next.
Got a doll baby, I love her so. Nothing else like her anywhere you go. A man, she's anything but calm. Regular pint size atom bomb. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want her to be. A million times hotter than TNT.
right. Stabilizer platform. In here somewhere. That's an HBO one, that's the wrong one. No, this is signal interceptor. Yes. That's a proper one, isn't it? Why is it over? Why is it in the same code as the right one? By color. Completely right, okay. Next, stop. Hey, Sturgis, where are you? Whoa, why is it go so laggy? What the hell? No tickets time. I wonder why it was doing that.
Hey, Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah, ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Sure thing. Right. So I have to build all this stuff, right? Okay, it's going good. I wonder why it's lagged like that for a wee while. That was weird. Right, okay, let's build the console first. Whoops. If I remember right, this console is pretty close to the start. Is that it? Yep, that's the one. Okay. That's the console. That's the HBO once again. Oh. Okay. That was the beanometer. Now we need signal interceptor. Yep, that's the one. Power up the signal engine. There we go. Oh, what the hell? Put there just now. Connect it. Right. Yeah. Let's just quickly save before we head into the institute. Right, okay, I'm going to send these 2 guys here. What?
Hey,
What's up, boss?
wait there.
I'll be here when you need me.
Come on.
You're the overboss.
What the hell?
Hold position.
Here? Like, what's up?
It's time we parted company.
Yeah, all right, boss. I'll head on home.
Right, so if I hit cancel here, he should head back to Nicobardo. No? Right, you go head back to Nicobardo now. You just get standing like it after. Right. This stuff is... Yes, I just...
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
We're ready.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Okay, let's fire it up.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute, and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that
Roy
will scan their
Brown
network and
again.
download anything it finds.
Is it?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration.
Is it?
Okay.
Hey,
Scanning
so
for the Institute
there's
signal.
this bit of news
Tracking
that
RF.
might interest you.
And
If not, hang
got
on a
it.
minute and I'll
Hold
go back
on to your butt.
the music that we usually play. If you hadn't heard, I mean, I guess most people know this, but maybe someone didn't.
Yeah, for
That,
some reason,
Green Tech
the
building,
brightness in the
where
Institute
those
is
mercenaries
always
is?
too bright. I don't know why.
The Gunners!
So-
Gunners, that's it. That was like
We warned in
base,
advance.
sort of. Only
Key network.
pretty much all that. Those guys were tough, so I mean,
No, what's always
I
it?
guess whoever killed them had to be even
Scanner.
tougher, right? And there's
Oh no!
I don't even know if this is true or
Oh,
not, but
oh.
there's this rumor that maybe the Institute was involved. But that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Probably not. Right? Segue. Back to the music, I guess.
When someone named Big Maybell says there's a whole lot of shaking going on, you can probably believe. I mean, it's fair to say that's probably accurate. She's tremulous.
Oh, that's the right thing. Yes, we're gonna-
Hello.
Hold on.
I wondered if you might
Hold on. Just open every door so that we hear what's being said.
make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Okay.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Is that right?
Welcome to the Institute. This
You know
is
what I
the
mean?
reality
Too
of the
bright.
Institute. This place, these people, the work we
Way
do.
too bright.
For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
Yeah.
It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps,
I'm not going
we
to
can show
attack
them
Bunker
what
Hill,
we've
I know that
accomplished.
much.
But for now, we must remain underground.
So we can
There's too
do
much at stake here
the
to
first
risk
mission.
it all. As you've seen, things above are
And when it comes to doing Bunker Hill,
unstable.
we're going to have to fail that.
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Oh shit, Sherlock. This little toffee wee. It's just big enough to fit me. That's not Sean, that's a thing.
Would need the key.
Was better than the next with that.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
No, you know.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please,
Father?
Sean.
Father, help
I'm
me!
your mother.
She's trying to take
Just
me!
talk to me.
Father, help
Just
me!
open the door.
Should I just kill him now?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And
I thought
here
it was
I
rough,
am,
it was 200 years.
raised by the Institute, and now it's leisure.
Oh, was it 60 years since they stole Sean? Huh.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
I don't want to hear any more right now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. How the hell do we get out of here? See, it's too bright.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's
Doc,
Oh,
they weren't kidding. I don't know.
You really are.
Most of them have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If you
Fillmore.
ask me,
You can think
they
of
were
me as
built
the
pretty
Institute's
well.
chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time? I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe. Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Well, we're gonna have to lie here, I suppose.
Absolutely. Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Okay.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't reach them.
Range of 8
You
miles.
know I wouldn't be. We're all looking forward to working.
Don't understand. If it were just a limb situation, the only way her eyes were moving as well. This is involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements. You're here.
These hour-long naps are wasting most of your days and the water you're drinking. For God's sake, you'd think they were about to make drinking water illegal at the rate you're guzzling it down.
You're wrong. You're just wrong. Medicine makes me thirsty. Stim packs, the antibiotics.
You can't take antibiotics for fatigue, Hogarth. You're putting us all at risk of antibiotic-resistant superbugs.
You've been talking to those chumps in bioscience, haven't you? This conversation has gone on too long. I have to have enough proof, or I risk having to go through all this again.
No! Hogarth! Just forget it. I've got important work to do.
You finished.
It's an unwanted distraction.
I thought it's in
We're
a
men of science, philosophers, and well to remember.
Hey,
fucking really. You walk away from me.
Ah, so you are father's mother, are you? Interesting. You're a little younger than I imagined, but I suppose that's to be expected. I suppose we should call you grandmother. Sorry about that. Little joke. You see, your son is known as father.
Yeah,
so
we
as
get
his
it.
parent, you'd be.
I get it.
Oh, silly me. Of course you do. I suppose you'll be wanting to hear all about what we do here at Robotics. My name is Hilda Hughes. I'm division head. That means I get to oversee the most exciting and important division in all of the Institute, no matter what the other directors might say. Any of the synths you see above the surface have been made here, from basic Gen 1s right up to the super advanced Gen 3s.
You're
Any
the one
questions?
responsible, are you?
what was all that about?
You mean before you got here? That was just my husband being, well, not his usual self. He's been very ill lately. He's terrified he's going to die at any moment, but that somehow sleeping in bed means he'll come back to life. He drinks so much water and, oh, I shouldn't be bothering you about this. I'm sure you've got lots of questions about robotics.
What do you do around here?
I run the whole thing. But as division head, I get to devise my own experiments from time to time. I've got one in the works right now that I'm really excited about. Aha! I've just had a great idea. Why don't I get you to help me with it? My experiment is missing a vital piece of tech. I need someone to nip up to the surface and pick it up for me.
I'll do it.
Glad to hear you're so eager. It'll just take a minute to explain it to you. I don't know how familiar you are with the history of the Institute. Most of what you might have heard is misinformation. I've always been especially interested in one particular part of the Institute's history, the Prototype Synth Project. About 100 years ago, the Institute was building synths which had real personalities. 2 synths were built. One was allowed to develop its own personality, the other was imprinted with pre-war personality. When I found this out, it got me thinking. How many of these personalities did CIT create before the war? Would it be possible for us to access them? I dug out the old files and built a chair which would allow a user to view some of the personality imprints. The problem is, I can't get the old tech to work with our current hardware. I need a piece of software which only exists on the surface. There's a place on the surface called the Memory Den, which does almost exactly what I want to do. If you can download as much information as you can from their computers, that would help me so much.
Interesting.
I'll get right on it.
Ah, good. I can't wait to finally have everything I need. Let me know as soon as you have the data.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Where have we got free to go still? There was only 4 division heads.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about the...
I am seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting
Always
package
be
upgrades I
vigilant.
asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me.
Hi there, send the
Hello?
message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments. Hi, Doc.
So, here you are.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near
Oh,
future.
really?
Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure
Oh, you're
you
right there.
understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No, definitely no any issues for me. No until I decide to blow up the
No
institute.
problems
that,
here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run.
Nah, your Corsair took too long to react.
Now, unless you need something
At
else,
least
I'll
6
get back to
shots
work.
off before they even bloody took it to gun it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Okay, a few. It's reaching right in here.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound.
All systems nominal.
The dosage will be
Cool.
much larger this time, and the side
What you
effects
tell
will
me,
likely
boy?
be more pronounced.
Alright, enough on the boss now then. Oh, soon be boss.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What's she been testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Okay. Where have I go? Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes,
Obviously.
I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really want to get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Fine. Is that done? I've no went to thingy yet. That was advanced system.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that.
I'm going to do this quickly.
My latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's really remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it.
Where the hell is that door? It is. Yeah, even for me.
Nice.
We'll do this quickly. Yeah, I know. There you go. Nothing happened to you. Go about your business. Nothing happened.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Cool. Okay, let's go talk to Father. He's up there. His baby. Yeah.
Sean?
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement.
Mankind's redefined as a synth. No, I don't think
As
so, pal.
remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be
Sounds like a dangerous combination, to be honest with you. So you want me to say something?
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Yeah, I didn't mind doing that one.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Okay. Bedsit.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Less than like that, did he? Cool. Why is that one for rent? Hey. How many people have we got? 19. I think I should sleep. Think we should sleep. headed to go and see. We're headed to go and see. Because we need the extra one. Marshall. That's what I am missing. Really, Nick? No, I think this one might be alright. That's a full set. What the? What the hell is going on? Okay.
I can barely tell us apart.
I know you're an institute. Spy. I know all the traders are institute spies. There's a whole list of traders on an institute terminal. And didn't kid on that you're not a spy when I already know that you are. Okay. Whoa. Why is that so fucking bright? Hey, Bojo. I've got your serum for you.
Virgil.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works.
Protect and serve.
Come on. Why aren't you doing it? Where is he?
All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, guys. We're gonna head back to Sanctuary. I'm gonna call it a night. What was it? I think that's a successful stream. The new bitrate seems to be okay. So, I think we're sorted. Oopsies. Oh, we're going to have to watch the stream, make sure it's right now. Oh, here we go. This is EMB does this. Technical fire or not. That's why I'm wearing the power armor. Because if I wasn't, I would die first traveling there. And back. So now we do the Institute to mass fusion, and then we do the Brotherhood to mass fusion, and then we do the Railroad. And then at the end of that, we get so far, till we get to the inside job, I think. This is the inside job. No, it's not. What is it again? Yeah, that's it.
Is there something you need?
No, nothing.
All right.
Like,